Hey, how you doing? And welcome back to this week's video. All right, thank you for following along. I've been getting a few comments. Patients have been saying that they really enjoy these videos, so we'll keep doing them. Hooray! So this week's installment is entitled "Just a Mere Flip of the Wrist and Heaven Awaits." Wow, that's kind of interesting. You know, not to brag, but I do possess a certain amount of wizardry as far as being a chiropractor is concerned. I mean, for the most part, I just find the spots, I put my hands on them, I flip my wrists, and the pain goes away. You know, if you ask patients what I do, they'll tell you pretty much the same thing. I don't know. I don't even tell them where it hurts. I just lay down on the table. He touches around. Wow, there it is. Puts his hands on it, flips his wrist, and poof, pain goes away. Hooray. Wow, that's wizardry. That's pretty good stuff. So, I mean, I guess if you've got pain, that's all you need to do is just flip your wrists, right? And it should all go away. Well, no. Obviously, there is a skill level and a certain amount of artistry that goes into each and every adjustment, right? So you would probably not be able to do as much as I could with just a mere flip of the wrist. And the same is true for trying to eliminate chronic inflammation and becoming metabolically flexible and getting to be able to throw that fat switch. What? Metabolic flexible? What? Fat switch? What are you talking about? I'll tell you in just a little bit, but first, do you realize that anything I could tell you about eliminating chronic inflammation and becoming metabolically flexible and throwing the fat switch, you probably already know and have heard thousands and thousands of times, right? So, since you already know it all and have heard it all the time, why aren't you doing it? And it's like, therein lies the problem. It's not a situation of knowing or believing something. It's all about application, right? If you can't apply the technology and get the result, then you don't know how to do it. It's that simple, right? You don't know it at all. With chiropractic, same thing. Many have a pretty good idea of how to deliver a chiropractic adjustment, but they lack that understanding. They lack that application and that ability and mastery necessary to apply the mechanics safely and effectively. And as such, then the average guy on the street, really does not know how to adjust, does he? When I was in chiropractic college, there were a number of first semester students who were the children or the kids of chiropractors. So they're running around adjusting everybody they can, you know? I guess somehow genetically or through osmosis or something, they became a chiropractor because their mom or dad was a chiropractor. They did not possess the skill or the mastery level. And so, yeah, and sure, bad things happened. So, and not only for chiropractic adjustments, if one really wants to eliminate chronic inflammation and get healthy, and I mean healthy for goodness sakes, I mean, goodness, honest sake, truly get healthy. That's where the doctors at Paragon Chiropractic come in, because we can help you. We understand how to do this, and we can help you develop those skills, get that understanding, and be able to apply this technology. Did you know, and I'll just go ahead and tell you this, and I do have her permission to say, but Jerry, our receptionist at our front desk, right? She started listening to what we were telling people and the advice we gave them about, you know, eating in a certain time frame, avoiding certain foods and eliminating the inflammatory foods and stuff like that and everything. And on her own, with a little bit of coaching from us, I don't know if you know this, but over the last year, a little over a year, she has lost 50 pounds. That's amazing and well done. But you got to keep in mind, at some level, Jerry had some sort of understanding and she could apply what we were saying, and she did it, and there you go. Well done, Jerry. Hooray for you. That's amazing. But now most people are like, oh my God, what'd she do? What'd she do? Honestly, here it is, and I'll tell you. She eats an anti-inflammatory diet, which I don't have the book, that David Seaman's Deflame Diet book. And she does so in a 10-hour eating window, which is a book from a guy named Sachin Panda about the circadian code. Again, I don't have that book. They just sort of threw the camera on me and I forgot to grab the books. You know, that's kind of what she does, and her metabolism does the rest. So she eats in a short window and she doesn't eat garbagey stuff that makes her fat and inflamed. That's it. So what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and do that. But just like with the chiropractic adjustments and everything else, you know, there is way more to this thing. Seriously, if you want to eliminate the chronic inflammation, women should eat in a 10-hour window, right? Eat anti-inflammatory foods in a 10-hour window each day. Males, it's 8 to 9 hours, right? If you wanted to get your metabolic flexibility going and get that fat switch activated, you would start off first for about 3 to 4 days, totally eliminating all carbohydrates, at which time your body will then, without the simple sugars to go, it'll start to burn the glycogen, which are sugar reserves, burn those off. Initially, your body might start to try and cannibalize the muscle tissue for a little bit, but realize that's a dumb thing to do. And in time, the biochemistry will change and you will make these compounds that will convert your stored fat into ketones. And you'll go into ketosis, which means you're actually going to be burning the energy from the ketones that are made from your fat reserves. So that's metabolic flexibility, because once you've switched the default to burning fat instead of constantly looking for the simple sugars and the carbohydrates, you've got that flexibility. So from time to time, yeah, you could eat a chocolate chip cookie or have some carbs. As a matter of fact, you want to, so that mechanism keeps going. As soon as you're done with that, boom, it goes back to burning, converting the ketones and burning the fat and using that for fuel. Pretty easy. Bottom line, if a person eats a heavy carb diet, stores the calories that aren't burned, and they never convert the fat into ketones, they just get fatter and fatter and fatter. And as I said, this process will take about 8 to 10 days. We can show you how to do this. But just like with Jerry, it's going to take discipline, and you're going to have to do it, and that's going to be application and understanding that goes with it. So again, just to reiterate, the concepts of metabolic flexibility and the fat switch means that the body will default to burning ketones from stored fat, even if a person eats carbohydrates from time to time or more often than that. So a person is now metabolically flexible, having thrown the fat switch. Pretty simple. Now, once you've got that flexibility, males will eat in an 8 to 9 hour or a 10-hour window. Females will eat in a 10-hour window, and you're on your way. And then the added bonus to all of this, which is really amazing, is that as you start to burn this fat and you start to eat the deflamed diet and the chronic inflammation goes away, a person has significantly reduced the pathways that will ultimately lead to the diseases and disorders that could prove to be their ruination. Wouldn't that be something? So you get this all worked out. We teach you how to do this. You stop supplying the fuel to all the diseases that'll probably one day wipe you off the face of the earth. Wow. Now, I could just flippantly say, well, all right, off you go. Go ahead and do that. That would be great. Take some before photos so we can see how well you look whenever you're done. There's really nothing to it. Again, in theory, you kind of get the idea, but where it fails is the application, and that is where we at Paragon Chiropractic can help. We can help you apply this, keep it in, and you can get your results. I mean, after all, if it were that simple to do, then everybody would look as fabulous as I do, right? Yeah, good. At any rate, no kidding, or all kidding aside, but the truth is, if there is a technology out there, and people, namely us at Paragon Chiropractic, we did the whole series on how cool is Paragon Chiropractic. We're cool people. We would love to talk to you about it. There's not going to be any problem. We're going to show you how to do this. Nobody's going to make you feel bad. We're just going to help. And we'd be willing to help you get this technology applied to your life and for the betterment of your health and wellness. what the heck are you waiting for? Right? If you want to get the books, read the books and apply it yourself, you can. But you have to understand it to apply it. If you want to get the books and read it, notice I didn't say any change there. You're going to get the books and read them, and you want help applying this, and you want to get some fantastic results, we're more than happy to help you. All right, so again, these blogs that we're doing, or these videos that we're doing, are all heading toward, we're putting together a program. We have a program where we can help you apply all this. You just only have to ask. So in the meantime, give us a call. If you got any questions, you want to talk about anything, we're more than happy to help. If you think about it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, make some comments, whatever you want to do along those particular lines. All right, you just got to let us know. Like I said, it's very easy, but it's the application. So it's not knowing or believing, it's the application, and we can help you apply this. All right, man, until next week, take care. I'm Dr. Dave. Happy hunting.
Happy hunting, and give us a like, a subscribe, and toss a comment down below. Enjoy.
Yeah. Hey, Anderson. Good.